Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. I'm back on the couch. It is time for another weekly movie review. And I got a really odd one this week. It was a movie I was excited to see when I first saw the trailers and everything for it, because I like the actors in it. And, you know, it seemed like it was going to be an upbeat comedy. And it was not, to say the least. It was one of the most weirdly marketed films I've ever seen for what it ended up being. I'm speaking of the movie Pain and Gain, which is the newest Michael Bay film, taking a break from the super high-budget Transformers types movies. In fact, this is his lowest budget film since his debut, which is Bad Boys. And it's also his first rated R movie in a lot of years as well. But it stars Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Anthony Mackie, Tony Shalhoub, Ed Harris, Rob Corddry, Rebel Wilson, Michael Rispoli, and a small little cameo by Ken Jeong. So the basic setup of the movie, at least what you would assume is the setup of the movie from the trailers, is three bodybuilders who are sick of not living a baller lifestyle decide that the best way to live a baller lifestyle is to kidnap a rich guy and extort him for money. So, kind of a dark topic, but you know, it can still be funny. You know, we can have anti-heroes we're wanting to see win, right? That can happen. That doesn't happen. Let's just say that. That does not happen. So, there's some funny banter going back and forth between all the characters as they're working out and, you know, formulating, if you can even call it that, a plan, if you really can call it that, because there wasn't much of a plan, to kidnap this rich character played by Tony Shalhoub and keep him hostage, therefore cashing checks and stuff like that on his, you know, on his accounts, on his everything, just to keep him, you know, funding their enterprises. And up to the point when things start going wrong, it still has kind of a light feel to it. But then it gets dark. And really dark. Like, uncomfortable to watch at times dark, because they're still trying to keep this comedy structure among elements that were so not comedic. So it was a very weird setup, having these very brutal scenes of murder and violence and decapitation and dismemberment and, I mean, just gore, but not done in a campy, funny way, kind of like a Cabin in the Woods, and not done in a serious, you know, disturbing way. It was weird. It was almost like they didn't know what they wanted to do. And because of that, it really left you with an odd taste in your mouth after, when you walked out of the movie. You know, you're going in thinking it's going to be this comedy about these three bodybuilders in Miami, and then it turns out to be not that. So I almost wish that they would have, and even, it's funny, even if you look at the cover of the DVD, even that doesn't know what they wanted to do. They marketed it as a comedy. It wasn't. The DVD cover looks like a drama. I mean, they didn't know what they wanted to do. And I'm not saying that it couldn't have been a good movie. I actually think it could have been a decent movie if they would have had a better vision for it and how to package it. Because it was not packaged well at all. And because of that, I really think that it made the overall product hurt majorly. And The Rock was, well, I mean, he did a good job. He was funny. He was almost 300 pounds in this. He put on so much muscle. Both Anthony Mackie and Mark Wahlberg were funny, were, you know, good actors. It felt so mismatched. It felt so just, it almost felt like the movie was confused as to what it wanted to do. And because of that, I really feel that it was incredibly subpar. And at the end of the day, I got to give it 2 stars. I can't even tell you that it was worth watching. And I'm a huge rock fan. I really like Mark Wahlberg. I've always really liked Anthony Mackie. I think Tony Shalhoub's a good actor. And I really can't tell you to go and see it. To me, it was definitely a swing and a miss in terms of Michael Bay. So maybe, you guys saw it a different way. Maybe you saw it as more campy than I did. And I like campy movies. I would have been fine if it would have been more campy. But to me, it wasn't even campy. It was just, again, it was like they didn't know what they wanted to do. So there you have it. My newest weekly movie review, that of Pain and Gain, the newest Michael Bay film. Again, starring The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, and Anthony Mackie, as well as a bunch of other people. And at the end of the day, very much a 2-star movie to me. So I would say don't waste your time or money and move on to a better film. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. Thank you as always for checking out my videos. Of course, you can check them out on MatthewMaley.com. They're in the video blog tab. You can also check me out directly up on YouTube if you like. Just search for MatthewMaleyPoker or MatthewMaley.com. Once you check me out there, you can subscribe to the channel so you can be the first person to find out when all my new videos drop. You can also send it over to your friends if you'd like. I kind of messed that up because that's what I'm supposed to say about Facebook, but regardless, you can comment on my videos on YouTube. You can like my videos on YouTube. I appreciate that as always. Now to Facebook. Search for me at MatthewMaleyPoker, where you can suggest me to your friends. You can like my videos. You can comment on my videos. You can follow me on Twitter at MatthewMaley, always tweeting. You can follow me on Instagram at MatthewMaleyPoker, always putting up new pictures. And until the next video, I'm officially signing out. Peace out, y'all.